I've been camping for over 15 years. The wilderness has always been my escape, my sanctuary. I thought I knew every sound, every shadow, every trick the forest could play on your mind. I was wrong. These are 3 true camping horror stories that still haunt me to this day. Stories that changed the way I see those dark woods forever. Story 1. The Watcher at Black Pine Trail. 3 summers ago, I decided to solo camp at Black Pine Trail in Northern California. It's remote, beautiful, and during weekdays, completely empty. I arrived just before sunset, set up my tent near a clearing, and felt that familiar peace wash over me. The kind of peace you only find miles away from civilization. Around midnight, I woke up to complete silence. Not the normal forest silence, but the absence of everything. No crickets, no wind, nothing. That's when I heard it. Footsteps. Slow, deliberate footsteps circling my tent. I grabbed my flashlight, my heart hammering in my chest. Called out, asking if someone needed help. The footsteps stopped. For maybe 30 seconds, there was nothing. Then I heard breathing. Right outside the tent fabric, inches from my face. Heavy, wet breathing that didn't sound quite human. Shh. I unzipped the tent and shined my light into the darkness. Nothing. But the smell hit me immediately. Rotting meat mixed with something chemical, something wrong. I swept my flashlight across the tree line, and that's when I saw him. A figure, maybe 7 feet tall, standing completely still between 2 pine trees. The light reflected off his eyes, but they were too high up, too far apart. I backed into my tent, zipped it shut like that would help, and sat there gripping my knife until my hands went numb. For the next 4 hours, I heard those footsteps, circling, stopping, circling again. Sometimes the breathing would return, sometimes I'd hear what sounded like whispers in a language I couldn't understand. When dawn finally broke, I threw everything into my car and drove. I left my tent stakes, my firewood, everything. In my rearview mirror, I swear I saw that figure standing at the edge of the clearing, watching me leave. I've never been back to Black Pine Trail, and I never will. Story 2, the symbols in the snow. Last winter, my buddy Marcus and I went backcountry camping in Montana. We're both experienced with winter survival, so we weren't worried. We should have been. On our second night, we discovered a series of symbols carved into trees surrounding our camp. Fresh carvings, the wood still pale and sticky with sap. They formed a perfect circle around us, maybe 50 feet in diameter. Spiral patterns, jagged lines, shapes that looked almost like eyes. Neither of us had noticed them when we set up camp. Marcus wanted to leave immediately, but it was already dark and the temperature was dropping fast. We decided to wait until morning. We built up the fire and took turns keeping watch. During my shift, around 2 a.m., I saw the footprints appearing in the snow. Fresh prints, forming one by one in the firelight, coming toward us from the tree line. But there was nothing making them. Just prints appearing in the snow, getting closer. I woke Marcus and we watched together as the invisible presence circled our fire 3 times. The prints forming a perfect ring around us. Then they stopped. Just stopped, right at the edge of our camp. We sat there, weapons drawn, staring at those final prints, waiting for something to happen. Then the trees started groaning. Not from wind, a deep, rhythmic groaning like the forest itself was breathing. The symbols on the trees began to seep. Dark liquid running down the bark. We grabbed our packs and ran. We didn't follow our trail markers. We just ran through the darkness, through the snow, branches tearing at our faces. We found a logging road around dawn and flagged down a truck. The driver said we were 12 miles from where we'd camped. 12 miles we'd covered in complete darkness through dense forest. To this day, neither Marcus nor I can fully remember that run. It's just fragments. Flashes of trees, the sound of something massive moving parallel to us, the certainty that if we stopped, we'd never leave those woods. Story 3, the abandoned camp. This last story happened just 6 months ago. I was camping alone in Oregon, a trail I'd hiked a dozen times. On my second day, I found another camp about a quarter mile from mine. A tent, still set up, a cold fire pit, food hanging in a bear bag, boots placed neatly outside the tent, but no person, and everything was covered in a thin layer of pine needles and debris, like it had been abandoned for weeks. I called out, no response. I checked the tent, sleeping bag still laid out, a journal on top of it. I opened it. The last entry was dated 2 days ago. It read, "They're not animals. They walk like us, but they're not us. If you find this, don't stay here after dark. Don't let them gateways when we're most vulnerable. Sleep strips away our defenses. The veil between worlds grows thin in the dark hours." Sarah learned to protect her space with a ritual and faith. Marcus learned that some rooms carry histories we cannot erase, only contain. If you're experiencing unexplained phenomena in your bedroom cold spots, strange odors, the feeling of being watched, don't ignore it. Document everything.
Trust your instincts. Seek help from spiritual advisors, clergy, or investigators. Protect your sleep space with salt, sacred objects, or prayers aligned with your beliefs. And never, ever ignore a child's warning about someone in their room. Dear friends, I have dozens more of these accounts to share with you. If this video resonated with you, subscribe now and hit that notification bell. Visit our second channel for extended interviews with those who survived these encounters. And please, if you have your own bedroom night terror story, share it in the comments below. Together, we bear witness. Together, we survive. Until next time, sleep carefully, and may your nights be peaceful.